Oh, no. Nope. Nope.
And now the news is good with Matthew Martin.
I'm Matthew Martin, and the news is good. Tonight, a little tip for Bible study. When two people disagree over a Bible fact, there are only three possibilities. Either you are right and I am wrong, I am right and you are wrong, or we're both wrong. Two people cannot disagree over a fact and both be right. That is just not how facts work. Who was the first president of the United States? If I say Thomas Jefferson and you say George Washington, either one of us is wrong or we both are. So what do we do about it? Most people today would get angry. They would dig in and talk louder and treat the disagreement as a personal attack rather than a simple factual problem where truth can be learned. If you don't believe that, then you haven't been watching cable news. And for your sake, don't start now. People might today say, well, my mom always believed that Jefferson, not Washington, was the first president. Okay, good for her. She's wrong too. Getting angry about a disagreement does not resolve it. It doesn't encourage further study. It doesn't reflect a mind that cares about truth or a heart that cares about unity. Frankly, it's the attitude of somebody who wants to win more than they want to be correct. What we ought to do is go to the source. It doesn't matter how much I want Jefferson to be the next president. The historical record says it was Washington. If I said Jefferson, I was wrong. And the most productive thing I can do with that information is correct myself and move on. No drama required. The same principle applies to Bible study. And here is where the attitude of the heart really matters. When someone shows you from Scripture that what you've believed is mistaken, there are only two ways to receive that. You can feel attacked and embarrassed, or you can feel grateful. They didn't prove you wrong so much as they helped you be right. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The statutes of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes. Psalm 19, 7 and 8. The Bible is not a book of opinions. It was not written to divide people, but unite them. It's a book of facts, history, prophecy, promises. It's given by God to man, not to confuse us, but to guide us from this life to the next. It's the source we go to when we disagree, and whatever it says should be the end of the disagreement and the end of the argument. Go to it humbly, go to it honestly, and when it corrects you, be glad. That's the whole point. We might disagree with each other, but the Bible would have us all agree with it. And if we all did, we'd all be right in the sight of God. I hope you're having a great day. It is a very rainy day as of the time of this recording. But my prayer for you today is that you'll remember four very important words whenever you utter a prayer. Thy will be done. You might have woken up this morning or when you went to bed last night or sometime recently, prayed and said, God, please send us some rain. We need rain. I need rain for this or that or whatever. And look, God answered your prayer. It has rained today. It may be that you woke up this morning or sometime recently, you said, God, please do not give me any rain today. I do not need rain. I've got to get this done and I cannot get rained out. I got to do this outside and I can't do it in the rain. And so you prayed for rain and look, it rained. God did not answer your prayer. In either case, I hope you remember that you did not send the rain. You didn't cause the rain to either come or not come. That was always going to be in the hands of God. God's either supernatural or natural power, depending on how he wants to send the weather that day. You didn't cause it to happen. All you could do is just utter the prayer and end with, thy will be done. And so if you prayed for rain and it rained, that is God's will aligning with yours. Wonderful. And if you prayed that it not rain and it rained, that is God's will overriding yours. And still, in that case, still, you say, God's will be done. God did what he needed to do. God did what was right to be done in this time, at this location. And so for that, you give thanks. You may not be thankful that it rained because you didn't want it to rain, but you can be thankful that God's will was done, that God is still in control, and that you're not always going to get your way because you don't always know what's right. And God always does. And so when you ask for it and he gives you something else, that's a reminder that God knows what's best. And that's something to be thankful for. I hope that you'll remember that when you bow your head tonight and say your prayers. Have a great day. God bless.